I lived at a gas station for 48 hours. All right, that's quite a long time. How did he do it?
Welcome to the biggest truck stop on the East Coast, where I'm going to be living for the next 48 hours. I'm trying to blend in, so I've got my Carhartt, my boots, and this headset thing, which I'm actually just using as a microphone. I don't know, I see truckers wear these all the time. Oh, also, not to mention, I brought my truck. Over the next 2 days, I'm going to be exploring everything this place has to offer. It's got a movie theater, a gym, like 6 restaurants, a barber
Wait, a
shop.
gym? Come on now. Hold up. A gym.
It's got a movie theater, a gym.
Now, okay. It's better than most places. I've been to many gas stations and have not had this kind of gym, but maybe that's a bit of a stretch to call it a gym. I mean, it's got a few things. I can appreciate that. Why not? But was that a barbershop I saw when I paused?
Like 6 restaurants, a barber shop, and
It is. Oh, what? A chiropractor as well. For $30? All right. Hey, this place actually looks all right. I could do this.
all right, I am heading to go get dinner. I don't 100% know where I'm going to sleep yet. This truck stop does have old motel rooms, but I don't think they're in use anymore. There was this model bed for like truck cabins in the mall area, but I don't want to stay there and like trespass. I really don't want to be one of those YouTubers that like sneaks into places and just makes people's jobs harder just for views. So as far as like being here in general, there aren't any signs that say like don't live here. So I feel kind of okay about that. But obviously if someone asked me to leave,
Most places don't have signs saying, please don't live here. It's just kind of assumed, right? But okay, fair enough. I mean, that is my big concern. I think it seems like it's very doable. There's enough stuff to keep you busy. You got a little shop, you got some outdoor places. And from what I know, truckers are quite chatty people. So you'll have someone to talk to if you can find them. So that, entertainment shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, sleeping would be my main concern, which is kind of, he alluded to it right now, but obviously truckers, they have their cabin they can stay in with their crazy fancy beds and all that kind of stuff. This guy's truck is significantly smaller. It was like a Honda Accord or something like that. So I want to see, maybe he commandeers one of those old motel rooms, but maybe he has to like sleep somewhere crazy. So I'm going to see what he does, because he might have to shack up in the car. So we'll see how he crosses that bridge when he gets there.
I would respect their wishes. Anyways, I'm going to Quaker Steak and Lube for dinner, which you might remember from my Best Wings in America video, but tonight's going to be a little bit different because it's karaoke night. I put my name on the list for karaoke, and as I sat there, I found myself getting way more nervous than I expected. I mean, I was literally about to sing for like 8 people and 1 dog. This may sound overdramatic, but the Eleanor Roosevelt quote popped into my head that says, "Do one thing every day that scares you." Eventually, they called my name, and I just went for it. After that, I just got to enjoy my
sick. Oh my goodness, good for him. Hey, I am not a karaoke man, to be honest. I just don't, unfortunately, know a lot of popular songs, but I can appreciate it. I've done it once or twice with friends where we just feel like it's a good evening and then we go out there. But to be honest, I'm kind of a more shy individual. I'm not going to put myself out there by myself, but I appreciate that this guy did. I mean, maybe if it was for a video, I needed some content, I could push myself to do it. Again, remembering that great quote, but yeah, I mean, good for him. I don't know that many places in the UK, at least, that actually have karaoke. I feel like it's such more of an American thing. I like it though. I like it. Like, people seem to appreciate it, and it's chill, it's low key, just have some fun with it. But yeah, if I see more places, I'll give it a shot if I see one next time. Who knows? If I'm out, I'm feeling crazy, I might just hop on the stage. Who knows? Dinner while the rest of my new friends sang their songs. And after dinner, I decided to take a little stroll outside. You might be asking yourself, Sam, why are you doing this? I'm still at the truck stop, by the way. This is just a sick view from one of the back edges of the property. But that would be a fair question. Basically, as soon as it occurred to me that there were enough amenities here to survive off of, it kind of became like a Barney Stinson challenge accepted type moment.
That wasn't
challenge accepted.
Right now, I feel great. Like, it should be relatively easy to finish, but I also haven't spent a night here yet, so I might feel very differently in the morning. But right now, I gotta find some dessert. Okay, here's my plan. Dark has fallen and all the truckers are hunkering down for the night. Truckers. like me. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, then go try to catch a movie at the movie theater. Doze off during the movie. Oops, it's 5 a.m. Sorry, fell asleep watching the movie. It's a foolproof plan.
You know what? Actually, not the worst idea I've heard of for a long time. Especially, okay, for those of you who don't live or travel in America, okay, the cinema, the cinemas, they have crazy big seats here, okay? They're literally like sofas. And sometimes, I think it's AMC, you can recline in them as well. They have these little buttons on the side and they go, "Meow," and you can lay flat like a bed, and you can lift the armrest up between them, so you have like a lot of space. So this plan does not seem stupid to me. If you're just coming from like a UK perspective where you just have straight up like a chair, then it seems like a bit of a silly thing to do. But I mean, if he has nothing else, I mean, it's all right. But as in an American cinema, makes complete sense. Amazing idea. I love to see it. I hope I would have come up with that myself, actually, because that's a banger. That's a banger. So, hey, as long as it's a big enough theater, then he should be fine. He actually should be fine.
Oh, gosh. Okay, those also aren't even the type of...
Oh, okay. So wow, right. So I just spent ages telling you about how good American cinemas are, and then we peer in and it literally is just a few chairs. Okay, maybe I was hyping it up too much. Okay, I promise you most American cinemas are way better. But yeah, this might not be the high end of it. Wow, that makes me look very, very silly indeed. Wow, that's unlucky. Now, having said that, that's actually still, his plan is still not horrendous, if we're going to be honest. I mean, he can still fall asleep upright, or maybe he could put his legs feet down across another chair, and if no one notices, he could still fall asleep in there. At least it's warm, it's indoors, it's spacious, but it's not even open. So, okay, where's he going to end up? I mean, maybe he hides among the clothes or, the car parts. Maybe he could sleep on one of those demonstration trucker beds in the shop. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I would enjoy that.
So, I'm in my car. It's a foolproof plan. Truck drivers are all sleeping in their trucks, so what's the difference? I actually brought a sleeping bag and sleeping pad in case this happened, so not so bad. Tomorrow, I'm going to continue to explore and try to get an adjustment from the truck stop chiropractor. Good night. Okay, morale after one night, surprisingly good. I feel like I slept much better than I expected to in the car. Somehow there was enough room for me to lie down completely without being in the fetal position all night. And yeah, after getting to take the morning slow and just exercise and eat and shower and all that, I feel really good. This afternoon, I'm going to try to get my back cracked by this
my friend. Pause right there. If you can get it set up properly, car camping is actually not bad at all. Like, if you can get a car that's kind of decently spacious in the cabin and fold like most of the seats down and maybe get some kind of padding along with the pillow, you actually are good. Like, I'm not a short guy, I'm like 6'1", and I managed to I slept in a Tesla. I slept in a Tesla actually multiple times overnight, and you just fold down the chairs, you got enough space, it's very kind of spacious. A great thing about Tesla is if you're car camping is you can put the AC on overnight, and it drains, I think, like 5% of the battery, but as long as you're somewhere close enough to a charger, then you're fine. Like, it does not even worry. So, I mean, it's actually a pretty good idea and kind of spacious. It's kind of fun. Like, I could do that. So if you're looking for a budget way to travel, look at some car camping stuff, and you can just hop in your car and go. And if you've got some higher end Tesla stuff, it's going to be luxury camping. But I'm just putting it out there that his plan is actually not terrible. It's really not a bad way to sleep.
Fortunately, my next activity would be indoors, going to the chiropractor. I wish I could tell you it was like the best deal I've ever gotten or a terrible experience, but I would say it was pretty neutral. He used this jabby thing that I didn't really understand, and then he kept checking the length of my legs. If you can't tell, this was my first time going to a chiropractor, so I know nothing. He did get one really good crack in that felt great. But to be 100% honest, I wasn't sure if I felt all that different afterwards.
Bro, I get so many chiropractor reels on my Instagram where it's like, you know, guys like pretending to be chiropractors on their like skeletons or a floorboard or something. They're like, and they tear the thing like 90-degree angle. I've honestly never been to one, but they look funny. They look so funny. My only thing with the chiropractors is, does it actually work? Like you, what are you doing? Essentially, you're just like cracking, like, I think it's like nitrogen. Is it like nitrogen bubbles out from between your bones, between your joints and stuff? So does it relieve a pain, or does it like take out a stress? I actually have no idea. I have no clue what it does, no idea if it works. I have one friend who did it one time and he said it worked for like 30 minutes or a day. You know, like he went afterwards, he felt good, and then the next day he just kind of felt normal again, like it didn't affect him too much. I'd love to do it, but I don't know where to do one. Like maybe I need to go looking for this gas station on the East Coast, huh? Honestly, if anyone goes, if anyone's been or, you know, has done it themselves, let me know in the comments, because it would actually kind of be cool to see what people think about it. I've honestly only experienced Instagram reels from hearing the crazy cracks, and then also Instagram reels from people pretending to do it and like breaking the skeleton spine, which is really funny.
Tonight, I'm probably going to get dinner from the food court area, and then I'm going to try to find some evening entertainment. I decided that my evening entertainment was going to be a crane game, and I found this one that was a mystery crane. So you'd pay $5, and apparently you'd play until you won. So I was like, you son of a gun, I'm in. Turns out it just ate my $5 bill. But after that, I found 3 more quarters sitting in the quarter game. So I moved on to that game since I knew I had at least 7 quarters to spare. And I'll spare you the details, but essentially I didn't win anything. I spent my 7 quarters plus another $10.
Oh my god, okay, I've got a story to tell about these ones, okay? So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because it's currently damage control story time right now, okay? Boom. So I was I think I was maybe like 14, okay? And I'd gone to this music festival with my parents, kind of thing. Like it was not strictly a family music festival, but it was you know, like a family friendly one, okay? So most people obviously were like teenagers, college age people, just like completely drunk or, you know, on drugs, doing whatever they think, like typical outdoor festival shenanigans. All right, tomfoolery was afoot, okay? Now myself and my friend were there, okay, and we were all too young. So I was 14, you know, and then I had some family that were younger and all that kind of stuff. So we could not partake in said drinking shenanigans, okay? And so we had to kind of come up with creative ways of finding, you know, filling our time, because the acts were set like they would play on like at 3 o'clock, and then they'd have a break for an hour until like till 4:30 or something, hour and a half or whatever, and then they'd have another one. So there was always massive gaps between all the acts. So we had to fill some time. So there was this, like, because it was set in a field, there was this one little like kind of stall that had, like, honestly, I'm not even joking, like 20 of those machines, like the coin machines. They were just spread across this massive setup hall, and we would wander around, the 3 of us, and we would just put our hands in the like coin slots to see if we can get one out, or like, you can't rattle them because they have alarms on them, but if you could just sneakily nudge one, maybe a coin would fall out. And so what we do, we go around, we'd find a coin, because someone would always forget one, or one would fall out later, whatever, and we'd play. And sometimes we actually made crazy, like, we got crazy amounts of coins back. I think that it was a 2-day festival. On the second day, we actually ended like coming back. We at one point had like 20 coins in our hands between us. Now, we obviously lost all of it because, you know, that's the way the game goes. But it was one of the greatest highlights. I mean, the acts were amazing. The music was cool. But I just remember that was such a great idea. And there was this one guy. I remember this. There was one guy. He got so annoyed for losing his like 25 cents or whatever it was, that he started like smashing and like rocking up against the little coin machine. And the lady who like ran the show, who owned them, she like chased him out. She was like, get out of here, I'm coming for you. And he started running. He was literally like running away because he made all these coins fall out of the machine. So it was so funny. So the whole place was left unattended, but it was honestly the weirdest thing. Festivals are crazy. Maybe I do a little video on like my festival stories, but I've been to 1 or 2 now, and every time there are shenanigans that go afoot. But let me know in the comments. Actually, if you'd be interested in another story time, I don't know if I'm any good at telling stories. Sometimes I find my voice to be very flat and a little bit monotone. But you know, if you're interested in hearing it, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate some encouragement if you care. But if you don't care, let me know as well. I'd kind of be interested in the comment either way. So anyway, thank you for listening. Now let's get back to the video.
Good morning. It's currently 11:15 a.m., which means I have a little under 6 hours left here. Time flies, I guess. This morning I woke up, made my bed, went for a little run. Turns out running the perimeter of the entire property is like 1.5 miles, so I just did that twice for a nice little 5K. I got a shower, and then went and grabbed breakfast. And then I grabbed an iced vanilla latte and ended my morning routine with some reading and journaling. Basically, in my time left here, I'm gonna have lunch and I'm gonna get a haircut. And I feel good about making it to the end, but I just feel like I'm not getting the full trucker experience. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find a trucker who's willing to give me a tour of the cab of his truck. I've just always wondered what it's like on the inside of those things, like where they actually stay. I know you're probably disappointed. I am too. If you want to know what the inside of a truck cab looks like, I'll throw up a picture right now so you can still see that. Besides that, I feel like the rest of my day was pretty good. I went and bought some detergent so I could do some laundry. I grabbed a couple slices of pizza and a fun drink, and then I went to get that haircut. While I was waiting for that haircut, 9 more quarters fell out of the quarter machine. Anyways, turns out I had nothing to be worried about with the haircut. They were total professionals. It's like a legit salon in there. I thought about asking for something wild like highlights or frosted tips, but I have...
But you reckon a gas station gonna be able to get you frosted tips? I don't know about that one. To be honest, when this guy said he was gonna go for a little haircut, a cheeky haircut at the the gas station, I was a little bit like, "Ooh, buddy, you might be getting yourself a bit of a stinker trim." But apparently not. This guy's saying it's all cool. It looked all right. It looked kind of fancy with the spinny thing. What do you call that multicolored spinny thing? Like the red, white, and blue one. That's pretty cool. But hey, I've never seen a barbershop in a gas station. So hey, if this guy says it's good, maybe I'll be more trustworthy, trusting if I see one in myself. So okay, noted in my brain. If I see one, try it out. Only in a gas station though.
I have a family event coming up next week and I can't show up to that looking like a fool, so I just played it safe and asked her to clean up around my ears and the back of my neck. She did a great job. And then just now I went back to the mall area because I wanted to get Rachel a thank you gift for letting me abandon her for the weekend to come and live at this truck stop. I thought about getting her a trinket or something dumb, but ultimately just went with something that I know she likes, which is Mackinac Island fudge, which, by the way, I definitely thought those were like specialty taco shells from far away. All right, but just like that, it has been 48 hours. So I'm out of here. I'm going to send it back to the desk.
Thanks so much for coming along on this.
All right, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool video. I like the idea. I actually love the idea. I unfortunately don't have any gas stations big enough. The only one in the US I can think of that might be, in my area and also kind of big enough to live in is a Buc-ee's. Okay, now they're huge. If you don't know what a Buc-ee is, go look it up. But they're big gas stations. Okay, huge, US exclusive. I don't know if they're exclusive to the West or the South or whatever. But anyway, they're pretty cool. I've never been to one, but I've just seen that they're big enough. You probably could live there. I actually think this guy had a great idea. Good for him. I love to see it. I'm surprised he got chiropractor and a haircut. Those are my two crazy things I was not expecting, but they went well. He seemed to like them, seemed to be all right. So good stuff, absolutely good stuff. Now, if you like me yapping to you for a little bit and just hearing my opinions, my stories, then you know what? You're gonna love my last video as well, okay? So my last video was all about this failing donut shop, and then this YouTuber guy came in and made a few changes, made a few transformations, did some crazy internet marketing, and basically took it from a failing business to a successful business. So, we just kind of walked through it. It's really cool, and the people there who own the shop are really nice as well. It takes place in Australia, so the accents are wacky, just like mine, I guess. But it's a great video, and I really enjoyed watching it. So, if you want to see more, it'll be in the end card. But otherwise, guys, have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much.